Hello exceptionals, you're welcome to this video tutorial again. This is the voice of David Gladness, and on this particular video I'm going to be showing you on how you can create a very simple design making use of your smartphone, of course. And for this particular design we are going to be using the Canva app to replicate this design you are seeing right on your screen. It's a very simple design, but then the use of gradient effect makes this design to look so unique. So follow me carefully to the end of the video in order to be able to achieve something very similar to the design. So without further ado, let's proceed into the video tutorial. The first thing I'm going to do is to open up my Canva app, just as you can see right on your screen. Now I'm going to tap on this place you're seeing plus to create my workspace, and then I'll click on custom size. Okay, I'm going to click on this place you're seeing custom size. Now the size I want to use is the 4x4 equal size, so I'm just going to be using the size 1280 by 1280 in pixels, and then I'm going to click on create new design. Perfect. If something like this shows up, just swipe down. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to start with our background setup. Now I used the white background initially for this design, right? I used the white background initially for this design. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in a circle shape. Okay, just click on this place you're seeing elements, and then we are going to bring in a circle shape. Now as you can see under my element, I have circle here. So in case you cannot see circle here, just click on see all. Okay, click on this place you're seeing see all in order to see your circle. So for me, I'm just going to tap on the circle shape. Now you see this particular circle shape, I'm going to increase the size to be really big like this. Just follow me carefully, to be something big like this. Now I'm going to be using this particular button you're seeing right here to adjust my circle to look like an oval shape like this. As you can see, I'll use these buttons to adjust it to look like an oval shape. Then I'll use this particular button you're seeing right here to rotate my circle in a way like this. Then I will increase the size more. Just take your time to work on this, please. Then I will position it just around here like this. As you can see, look at what we've got. I just want the circle to create something of this particular pattern. You can see this down part. That's basically what I want the circle to create. Now the next thing we're going to do is to change the color of this particular circle shape by tapping on it, then click on this place you're seeing color. All right, now I'm going to be making use of the gradient effect for the circle. I want the top part of the circle, this particular part of the circle, to be lighter than this particular part of the circle. Okay, so I'm just going to click on color, then I'll click on this place, tap on this place you're seeing the color wheel, and as you can see what we've got. Now look at this place, we have solid color and we have gradient. This particular part, just click on gradient, or you swipe the gradient. All right, now you can see this first color right here, this first one, tap on it, then use your hand. We need something dark, we need a darker shade, right? So use your hand to drag just the way I am doing mine right now. Okay, we just need a dark blue. Perfect. Now I'll click on back. Now you see this other color you are seeing right here, this second one, tap on it, and then this time around I need something a little bit lighter than the first one we selected. I need a lighter shade of blue. Okay, yes, I think this is actually perfect and I can work with this. Then I'm going to swipe down just like this. Now we'll move this circle a bit so that the lighter shade will be it will appear a little bit more, as you can see. Perfect. And now we are done with our background. Now the next thing I want to do is to bring in the text I used. Then I'm going to click on this place you're seeing text, and then I'm going to click on add a heading. Then I'm going to edit this particular text and input need a laptop in capital letter. Need a laptop, a new laptop actually, a new. Then I will jump to my next line and click on laptop. Then I'll give a question mark. Now pay careful attention. I'm going to highlight this laptop text just like this, and the question mark, highlight it by long pressing. Then click on this place you're saying a color. We want to change the color to a yellow color in order for it to stand out. Then tap on this place you're seeing this color wheel, or you just swipe and look for a yellow color like this. But then I need something a little bit bright, so I'll just tap on this and make it brighter. Perfect. Then I'll swipe down. Now I don't like the format of my text, so I'll tap on the text and go to B format. This place you're seeing B format. Then I'm going to select this particular side of the alignment. You can see these things are alignment, these things they are alignment. So I need this particular left hand side alignment. I want the text to start arranging from the left hand side. Then I'm going to swipe down. Now the name of the font I used for this particular text was Montserrat, so I'll go to FF font. right? And then I'm going to click on all, then search for Montserrat. You can search for it from your search bar, but as you can see, I have mine under recently used. So I will tap on Montserrat, but then I need a bold format, like I need a bolder size, the bolder type of Montserrat. So I will tap on this arrow you are seeing right here. So I will select bold. As you can see, it's already bold. So you can select the type you want, but I want to work with bold, which is perfect. Then I will swap down just like this. Now I'm going to reduce the size of my text a little and position it here. I will use this button to reduce the size of the text and position it around here like this. Then I'll go to my spacing. Just swipe and look for spacing. Then I'm going to be using my line space and will reduce it. I'll reduce it to make the text closer to each other like this. So I think I can work with 0.95. Then I will swipe down. Perfect. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in a shape. But before that, I want to reduce the size of this text a little bit. Great. Then I'll position it around here like this. Now I want to bring in a square shape. So click on elements. Then we need a square shape, just like this. All right, perfect. Now you see this particular square shape, I want it to be transparent. So tap on this shape, then click on color. Now you can see this particular color that is just beside the color wheel. It means we want it to be transparent like this. Now click on style and add a border width of about 5. Now we are going to be using this particular style, this particular one you're seeing right here as our border. Then I will swipe down. Then I'll click on border color and I will select the yellow color we used earlier. As you can see what we have been able to form. Now I'll tap on that shape and then I'll go to my corner and make it round. I want to have a curve edge of about 50%. Then I'll reduce the size to be small. Just like this. And I'll bring it up here like this. Great. Now the corner rounding is too much. So I want to make it like this. I like to move it a bit. Just like this. I feel like reducing the size a little bit more. Great. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in another square shape. So click on elements. Then bring in a square shape. Then I'm going to make this a white color by clicking on color. And then I'll change it to white like this. Then I'll click on style and I will select this particular dot again. I will just leave it at 4. Then I'll change my border color. Then I'll change the border color to yellow. As you can see what we've got. Now please pay careful attention. You can zoom in if you need to. So I'm going to tap on my square shape and bring it around here like this. And I'll adjust it to something like this. Then I'll go to my curve and give it a curve edge. I'm going to give it a curve edge of, let's work with 10. Okay. Now I'm going to duplicate my shape by tapping on this icon you are seeing right here. And then I'll position it just in front of the first shape like this. Now you can make use of the notch button by scrolling and looking for where you see notch, right? To move it aside. Great. Now I will tap on this and tap on the duplicate it again. All right. I feel like moving this upward a bit. Then I'll duplicate again. And you see this particular one, I'm just going to position it beneath this. I'm making sure they're on the same line, just like this. Now I like to work with this to be at the middle. You can see that line it's showing me, right? I like to reduce the height. Perfect. Now see what we've got. Now I'm going to be bringing in a line by tapping on elements and then I'll click on line. All right. Then I'm going to position the line around here just like this. So you can see that line is showing me. Perfect. Exactly the type of line we want. Then I'll click on line color and then I'm going to select that same yellow. Now let me zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing properly. You can see the type of line we are having right now. So I will now go to my line style and then I want these dots to be the line. Then I will now go to position, scroll and look for position, and then we are going to position it backward until it's at the back of those shape like this. Now we are going to duplicate those the line and then position this particular one right here like this till we get that type of line again. And then we'll go to position and do the same thing by positioning it backward. And as you can see what we've got. Great. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this particular need a new laptop. I'm going to duplicate the text. I will edit it and input we in capital letter. Alright, now you can see my text is automatically bold, but if yours is not, you can just tap on it and go on your B style, then select bold like this. You can see, you can just select bold. Then I'm going to position the we text inside this particular square shape we brought in earlier, like this. Now I would like to reduce the size a bit. You can zoom in if you need to. You can see that line is showing me exactly. I want it to be at the middle. Now I'm going to duplicate this we text. I'll bring it right here. I'll click on edit. Then I'm going to impute cell. I'll go to my color by tapping on the text. Then go to color. And I'm going to be changing it to a blue color. Now how do we get that particular blue color I want to use? I want to use the dark side of the color. So click on color. Click on this plus icon. And then click on this color picker. Now once you click on color picker, you can drag this. You can drag this thing right here to select the color we want. So I'll select this dark part and then click on done. Then I'll swipe down. Then I would like to reduce the size of my cell text. I'd like to reduce the size to something small that can fit into that shape effortlessly, like this. Then I will duplicate it, position it right here, and then I will edit this particular one and turn it to buy. Great. I will position this buy text as well. Make sure it is at the middle of this particular shape like this. Then I will duplicate the text again. I'll position this around here. I will edit it and impute swap. Great. Then I will duplicate this text, position it right here, edit it and impute repair. Alright, so I'll zoom out a bit, then position my repair text properly inside the shape, like this. Now you can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure the repair text and the swap text are on the same line. Alright, now we are done with this part of the design, but then I would like to move this repair text up a little by going to my notch, and then I will move it up. Great. Then I will zoom out, and now we are done with this part of the design. As you can see what you have been able to creatively create. Need a new laptop, we sell, we buy, we repair, and we swap. That's basically what we created that for. Now that is the art part of the design, and now pay careful attention. We are going to be bringing in another shape, but this time around we still need it to be a gradient fading effect. How do we do that? Click on element. All right, and after clicking on element, you're going to be bringing in a square shape, of course. Now this square shape, we are going to be changing the color, but before we do that, let's position this square shape where we want it to be. Right here, and then I'm going to move it up a little. Now I'll give it a style, but before that, let's change. Let's give it a curve edge by clicking on curve. You can see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give it that curve edge. So I'll just work with 20. I'll give it a style, and then I'm going to be using this particular one right here. And I think I can work with 4. Or better still, let's just work with. Yeah, let's work with 4 or 3. 3 is okay, so that it will not be much. Now we are going to be changing the color. Right, we are going to be changing the color. Go to the color right here, tap on it. Now we will tap on this place you're saying plus. Now I want to use the same gradient fading effect. How will you be able to achieve that? Click on gradient, just like we did for the yellow the big circle shape. Now when you click on the gradient, you see this first color right here, tap on it and change it to white by dragging. Just make sure you change it to white. Right, then click on this button. Now click on the second color as well, change it to white. Now once you have changed it to white, you can see this down this particular part, reduce it to 0. That's the opacity of the color. You can see what we are trying to get. Then swipe down, and now we have been able to create the gradient fading effect. Now we also need this particular stroke, the stroke we added, we need it to also have a gradient fading effect. How do we do that? Just the same thing, tap on it, click on, this time around don't click on color, click on border color. Now click on this plus. We need the gradient color as well. Now you can see it's on black, click on black. Then this time around we are going to be sampling that yellow color by tapping on this particular color picker, and then we can drag it to get the yellow color we want from the laptop text. Alright, then I'll click on done. As you can see, now click on back. Now this second color right here, I'll tap on it. I'm going to be selecting that same yellow color by selecting my color picker again to pick that same yellow color. Then I'm going to click on done. Now I'm going to reduce the transparency as well to the 0 level. Then I will swipe down, and let's see what we have been able to create. As you can see, beautiful, isn't it? Now we are going to be reducing the transparency of our gradient fading effect by tapping on the shape, and then we'll go to transparency. Then we'll reduce the transparency to about 50, and I think we can work with this. Now the next thing we're going to do is to bring in a new text, right? Just tap on text, and then click on add a subheading. Now I'm going to be typing in this the text. Alright, perfect. Now I don't want this text to be bold, so I'll just tap on the text. Then I'll go to my B format. First of all, I want to change the alignment pattern by using the left hand side alignment. I want the text to start arranging from the left hand side. Then you can see this boldness. I will remove it by tapping on B. Then I will use this button to adjust my padding. This thing you are seeing at the middle, to adjust my padding. I would like to reduce the size, right? Then I will bring it right here. As you can see, you can see what I'm trying to do there. I'm trying to adjust my padding, and then I'm going to position it right inside the first this particular shape, like this. I want to reduce the size more and reposition like this, and let's see what we've got. Get the latest and authentic laptop gadgets at an affordable price from us today. Now the next thing we're going to do is to bring in a Glassmorphism effect. Now you can always create this Glassmorphism effect from scratch, but I don't want this video to be too longer than it already is, so I'm not going to be creating it from scratch for this particular video tutorial. Now just click on elements, and then I'm going to search for Glassmorphism, right? Glass, then Morphism. That's the name of the effect I used, Glassmorphism. Then click on search. As you can see, it's bringing a lot of graphics effects, so click on see all. Now as you can see, any of the Canva elements that is having this edu effect, or anything that looks like crown, just know that if you are not using the Canva Pro, you will not have access to using them. But then you can still make use of any effect that is free. It's not like you cannot actually make use of them, but if you should import them, it's going to be having watermark, which is bad for your design. So you don't want to select anyone that will ask that edu without the Canva Pro. However, if you need the Canva Pro, I am using the Canva Pro. I have access to any of these effects. So if you need the Canva Pro, you can contact me, and then I'll be able to guide you through on how you can get it for almost free. All right. So I'm just going to search through to look for the one I made use of for the design. Alright, so for the sake of this particular video tutorial, I think I'm going to try to work with this particular one you're seeing right here. And as you can see, it is having the edu text. So I probably will be saving this in a transparent background for you to use, okay? So I'm just going to tap on it. Alright, now I'm going to position it around like right here, and then I'll reduce the size a little. I'll try to position it right here. As you can see, the lines are it's showing me. I made sure my works are aligned. Now I'll go to color, tap on this place you're seeing color, and then I'm going to change it to white. Right, I want to work with a white color. As you can see, this is perfect. Now I'm going to bring in a square shape by clicking on elements, then I'll click on element again, and I'm going to bring in a square shape. Perfect. Now I would adjust my first. I'm going to change the color to a white color, right? I'll change the color to a white color. I'll give it a style of this particular one. You can see that, right? This particular one you're seeing right here. And then I'll change the border color to that same yellow color. As you can see, now I'm going to adjust my shape to be something like this. just like trying to create a tag. Perfect. Then I'm going to position it. You can see that line is showing me. Make sure yours is showing you the same. Now I want to give it a curve edge by tapping on it, then go to corner, and then I'm going to give it a curve edge. So I can leave this like this. Now I'm going to duplicate this cell text. I'm going to duplicate it, then position it just right here, and then I will edit it and input with deal on. Then I'll position it inside that particular shape. Then I'm going to duplicate this text again. Then I'm going to input different type of laptop brands that I know. Alright, so I'm just going to stop here. And as you can see, this particular text right here is a blue color because we copied it. So I'm going to tap on the text again, then go to color, and then I'm going to be selecting a white color. Now, I'll go to my spacing. I want it to have enough spacing. You can see the line spacing, right? I want to return it to let's just bring it down back to the original size. So let's just work with this. Now I would like to highlight this text. And how do I do that? I'll position it right here, like you can see. I'll position it right here, and then I'm going to tap on the text again to edit. Now highlight each of the bullets dot I used. I'll highlight them like this, as you can see. Then I'll click on a color to select that yellow color, and I'll do that for every of the bullet dots. You can see that the color of the HP has changed. So I'm going to do that for every of the bullet dots you are seeing right here by highlighting what I want to change like this. Change it to a yellow color. Come here, do the same. And now I am done, and I'm going to scroll down, and as you can see, I've been able to select just the things I want to highlight and change the colors. Now we are almost done with the design. Now we need to bring in our laptop. I'm just going to click on gallery to select my laptop real quick. Alright, then I'm going to click on add to page. Perfect. Now as you can see, my laptop is having a background, but then in your own case you might have to remove the background. So I have the Canva Pro. I don't need to use an external app. I'll just click on BG remover to remove the background of my laptop. Perfect. As you can see, the background of the laptop has removed. So I'm just going to increase the size of the laptop like this, and then I'll drag it around here like this. Now I want this laptop to rotate a bit, so I'll use this particular button you see right here to rotate the laptop to something like this. You can see that, right? And then I'm going to drag it around here like this and move it up. So I like to reduce the size of my laptop a bit more. Bring it around here. And let's see what we've got. Yes, this is great. Now we want to add a kind of realistic shadow under the laptop in order to make it look as though the laptop is actually inside the design. And how do we do that? Just click on element and search for shadow, right? Click on element and search for shadow. Like I said, if you are not using the Canva Pro, you are really missing a lot. You are really missing a lot. I believe the file I showed you earlier, you saw that the laptop I used, the color was different. That was because I have access to the Canva Pro, and I was able to use some of the functions inside the Canva to change the color of the laptop's background. Okay, so I need a shadow. As you can see, I want to make use of this particular shadow you are seeing right here, but then it's having Edu, which will not be available for you if you are not having the Canva Pro. Although there is a better alternative, but then I do not want to use that particular alternative. So I will just click on this element. I'm going to be providing you with the shadow, by the way, so you don't have anything to worry about. But then I suggest if Canva is one of your favorite app, you should try to get the Canva Pro. I'll position this particular shadow right here. Then I will rotate it to be something like this. Then I will increase the size to be really big. Just like this. I'll rotate this shadow more. Just like this. And then I'll position it right here. Now I'll go to position. I'll go to my position. Scroll and look for position. Then click on backward, so that it will be at the back of that particular laptop itself. Then I'll go to my notch to move it upward a bit so that it will not be levitating, so that it will not look as if the laptop is floating. Okay, let me rotate the shadow a little, nudge and then position. So take your time to work on your shadow, please. Yes, and I think I can work with this. All right, now I'm going to duplicate this shadow. I'll reduce the size this time around, and then I'll use the notch button to bring it around here like this. You can see this particular laptop, right? I'll just tap on it like this. I'll position this shadow right here. Then I'll go to my position as well, and then move it backward, just like this, as you can see. So I'll go to my notch and move it upward, like extremely close to the laptop. Then I'll go to my transparency to reduce the transparency of the shadow just a little to about 85. Then this particular shadow, if you're unable to tap on it, just tap on any of your layer, maybe your laptop or something. Then go to your, click on this place just in layer, and then locate the shadow you want to tap on. Okay, so I think this is the shadow right here, this particular shadow. So I'll just go to my transparency and reduce the transparency of this particular shadow to about 75, and I'm good to go. As you can see now, it's looking so realistic, as though the laptop is actually there. That's the work of the shadow. Perfect. Now the next thing we're going to do is to bring in an element, right? I'll click on element, and then I'm going to bring in a square shape. Click on element again. I want to bring in a square shape. I'll just tap on this first one. All right, so I'll tap on this, go to color, and change it to the background color. I'll select this deep blue instead. So I'll just position it right here like this. You can see that line it's showing me. Please make sure yours is also showing you something similar. Okay, so I will adjust my shape to be something like this until it shows me the alignment line that I'm seeing right now. I would like to drag the shape around here. Now I'll go to my style, and then I'll give it this particular style you're seeing right here. Then I'll drag it down. Now you see this border color, I'll click on it and select this particular yellow color or the border color. Now we'll go to our curve and give it a corner rounding. We're going to give it a corner rounding of about 20. Perfect. Now I want to bring in a circle shape by clicking on element, and then I'm going to bring in a circle shape. This time around, I'm going to make this circle shape I'm going to make it a white color. So tap on it and go to color, then change it to a white color. Great. Now I'm going to zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing properly. Then I'll tap on this and bring it around here. I would like to reduce this the circle shape just like I'm doing, to make sure it is the same size. You can see that both the height and the width of the shadow are aligned. You can see those tiny lines showing me of the square, rather they are aligned. And as you can see, what I've been able to create there. Then I'll tap on my circle, go to style, add this particular style as well. So I'll just leave this at 4 as well. It should be the same. Now watch carefully. I'll go to my border color. Then I want to give it a gradient effect as well. We could have given it this, but then it will be giving us one particular vibe that I do not actually like. So we are going to be using a gradient color. And how do we achieve that? Tap on this plus, this particular plus again. Click on gradient. This first color, we are going to be using the color of this first shape. By tapping on this, then we'll use the color picker to select the color we want from this particular shape. Then click on done. As you can see that. Now we'll tap on this icon. Now you see this second color you're seeing right here. We'll tap on it as well. Select the same color. But then after selecting that same color, click on done. Then transparent. We are going to move this to transparent background. Totally transparent. Right? Then we'll swipe down. And you can see what you have been able to create there. Then we'll swipe down like this. Now the next thing we're going to do is to bring in a call icon. By clicking on elements. The call icon I brought in, I just searched it out from elements. So I'll just search for call icon. So I'm just going to look for the one I used. I'll use this particular one, and as you can see, it's actually available for free. So I'm just going to tap on it. Then I'll go to color and change the color to that same blue color, and then I'll reduce the size to something like this and position it until it fits into the circle shape. I like to zoom in and then position it properly inside the circle shape like this. Now I like to rotate it by using this button to rotate it a bit. Now we are almost done with our design. Now what next for us to do is just to bring in the phone number by tapping on text. Click on add a subheading, Then I'm going to bring in the random text I used. Now I would like to reduce, I'll zoom out, then reduce the size of the text to position it inside like this. So I'll just go to my color and make it a white color. But before that, let's click on the B format. I don't want it to be bold. Let me change the color first so that you see what I'm doing. I'll change the color to white. B format, then I don't want it to be bold. I'll just tap on B like this. Now I'll duplicate this text. Position it right here. Let's assume they have 2 phone numbers. So you can change it. And I'm just going to edit this 8 so that it will not be obvious. And then I'm going to make this 090 instead. Now I don't want these colors to be the same. So I'll just tap on this one. I'll click on color and make this particular one a yellow color. And now we are done with the design. I hope this video has been beneficial. Like I said, I would advise you get the Canva Pro. The design I showed you earlier, you can see that the laptop you are seeing right here, the color of the laptop background was definitely different from the one I showed you earlier. I made use of the same Canva to change the color of my background. So there's a lot more you can do with the Canva Pro if you are having access to it, especially if you are working with Canva back to back. I hope this video has been helpful and you have been able to learn how to manipulate the gradient fading effect to make your design look so smart and beautiful. If there is something you did not understand, I was only being fast because I don't want the video to be too long already. So back forward the video, watch it carefully. If you need to pause it, if you need to replicate it, just do something that makes sure whatever I have taught you in this video is achievable by you. Take your time to work on your design. But then if you are experiencing any difficulty at all, feel free to send me a message and I'll be able to guide you on what to do. Thank you once again for sticking around to the end of the video tutorial. See you on the next one.